Have you ever stopped to think about why we believe what we believe about money? What if I told you those common beliefs weren't just an accident? What if they were actually planted in our minds, specifically designed to keep most of us poor? It sounds wild, I know. And that's exactly the provocative and, frankly, kind of bizarre claim we're going to dig into today. It all comes down to this one single sentence. This supposed deathbed confession from a Wall Street insider laying out a deliberate psychological plot to basically engineer poverty. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a movie, doesn't it? It's a really powerful claim. So, that's the big question here, isn't it? Is this some kind of incredible glimpse into a hidden truth? Or is it just a really compelling piece of internet folklore? You know what? Either way, the ideas it brings up are absolutely worth looking at. So let's unpack it. The entire premise really hinges on the drama and, the seriousness of this one supposed moment, an insider at the very end of their life revealing a massive secret. And you have to understand, there's no book, there's no research paper here, just this single anonymous statement that is spread like wildfire online. Its power is in its simplicity and the sheer weight of that deathbed setting. It's totally designed to make you stop in your tracks and ask, wait, what if? So this confession lays out this fascinating concept it calls psychological chains. Now, according to the source, these aren't physical barriers at all, but mental ones. Beliefs that were intentionally forged to limit our financial potential from the inside out. And this definition right here really gets to the heart of it. The allegation isn't just about the random negative thoughts we all have about money from time to time. No, it's about specific, engineered beliefs that, once we adopt them, supposedly make financial struggle almost a certainty. So what exactly are these psychological chains? Well, the source points to 7 very distinct beliefs that supposedly create this prison in our minds. Let's break them down one by one. All right, first up, this is a belief that apparently targets our moral compass. The core claim is that we've been programmed to see wealth itself as something inherently corrupt. This first chain is all about making us believe that money is the root of all evil. You've heard it a million times, right? That wealthy people must be greedy or dishonest or just plain bad. And think about it. If you subconsciously believe that being rich makes you a bad person, why would you ever try to become one? Okay, the second psychological chain. This one shifts the attack away from morality and moves it towards possibility. This is that classic belief in scarcity, the idea that the economic pie is only so big and all the good slices have already been taken. It creates this mindset where the whole game just feels rigged from the start, so why even bother playing? Belief number 3 then gets into our relationship with work itself and how we value our own effort. This chain suggests that we're taught that money is only good or legitimate if it comes from hard, grinding, backbreaking labor. The honest day's work mentality. But this can create a subconscious block against things like passive income or smart investments, or really any way of making money that doesn't feel like a constant struggle. The fourth chain is all about twisting our perception of risk, which, as you know, is a huge part of the world of finance. So the claim here is that we're conditioned to be terrified of any kind of financial risk. A penny saved is a penny earned. Don't invest, you could lose it all. And while being cautious is smart, an irrational fear of all risk just keeps your money stuck in a savings account instead of being out there working for you. Now, what's really interesting about this next one is how it frames the whole purpose of money itself. Like, what is money actually for? This belief supposedly teaches us that money is mainly for survival and for buying stuff. You earn it, you pay your bills, you consume. End of story. It completely discourages the view of money as a tool, something you can leverage and invest and use to generate even more money. Okay, next up, we have a barrier that isn't built out of walls, but out of deliberate confusion. The allegation here is that the financial world is made to feel overwhelmingly complicated on purpose. All the jargon, stocks, bonds, crypto, it's all presented like this secret code that only the experts can understand. That feeling of intimidation, that's the whole point. It's designed to keep regular people feeling like they can't possibly participate. And finally, we get to the 7th belief. And this one brings it all back home to our own sense of self-worth. This might be the most powerful one of all. This is that quiet little voice in the back of your head that says, oh, that stuff is for other people, not for me. It's this deep-seated feeling that you are fundamentally not the kind of person who is supposed to be or deserves to be wealthy. And if you don't believe you're worthy of it, you will subconsciously find a way to mess up any chance you get to actually achieve it.
So after laying out this whole map of alleged psychological traps, the implication from the source material is pretty clear. Just recognizing the trap is the very first step to disarming it. Seeing all 7 of these beliefs laid out together like this is pretty powerful. According to the source, they aren't just 7 random ideas. They're designed to interlock, to work together, to build that perfect prison inside your mind. And the only key to breaking free, allegedly, is awareness. The simple act of stopping and questioning where these beliefs of yours actually came from in the first place. And that brings us to the end. We've just unpacked a very strange, totally unverified claim from a supposed Wall Street insider. But it does leave us with one final and very personal thought to consider.
Whether this is a real conspiracy or just a fascinating thought experiment, its real power is how it makes us look inward. So looking at that list, be honest with yourself. Which of those chains, if any, do you feel pulling on you? Which one of those beliefs might be quietly shaping your own financial reality? That's a question only you can answer.